Whew, I just opened up Pandora's box, getting ready to move the coop, and the first move of the year is always a beast. It's not only a move, it's a clean out. Well, here sits the 826. I haven't ran her in, I don't know, I probably haven't even had it started in close to a month. But I'm just kind of tinkering with it. I still haven't got the steering wheel pulled off yet. I got the steering wheel puller on there, and when I put air on that thing, man, it bent one of the things that screw into the steering wheel itself to get it off there. I will get it off there one way or another. I don't care if I have to cut it off with a Sawzall. It's coming off. I still have to change out the fuel filters and get the pump pulled off of there and built. But if you look at the 400, this has a leaky sediment bowl, and she's on leaker, but that's getting changed later today. I'm not real comfortable running it with the leaky bowl. That could even be the original bowl. I couldn't tell you, but until that gets changed, yeah, she gonna sit right here in the red shed. So the 826 it is. This should be an easy pull. Well, she's a percolating. I still haven't moved that front end in. I think I'm going to come in one pull and call it even. I think that'll be fine. I painted the grill. I got a new emblem on there. I left the 149 for now. But yeah, that old battery cover sticks out like a turd in a punch bowl. But hey, it's new. Sounds good, man. Old narrow hood. Having too much horsepower. Well, I think we're ready to pull. Red pulls red, right? And key thing here is making sure you got that ramp closed. And normally I just keep the feeders hung, but I pulled them out this time. First pull of the year. I think there's a couple birds in there. They were squawking and hollering, and I just shut the ramp. Probably better that there's a couple in there, so that when the ramp gets opened back up, they're like, oh, this is where we live now. So it ain't gonna be here. I'm gonna pull it right out to the field and empty it out. Well, that was probably the easiest first pull that I've ever had. In the old days, year after year, I used the M, and the M would pull it easily, first pull. You know, it settles over the winter time, and you know, it goes down in the ground a couple inches. It's just that initial jolt. I wouldn't want to use like anything smaller than the H might, the M for sure. Yeah, there you go. No Red Power 826 got her initiation here on the farm. They all go through it. The 400's next. Pulling the coop. Well, I got a little more than I bargained for. Holy crap, literally. That's a good pile, actually. I did not expect that much. But you can see in on the floor there, it's got like a white color to it. When I first got this coop, there's two things I wanted. I wanted treated plywood, and then I gave it 2 coats of paint up top. Now, it's not going to stop any rotting from underneath, but I've been super happy with it for sure. And I'm sure I couldn't get this built for what I got it built for, say 5-6 years ago. Well, this time of year I just use the premium pine shavings for in the bottom of the coop. In the winter time I'll put a layer of this. Well, before winter I'll put a layer of that and then straw over top of it, and then I just let them make litter, and then I'll put another layer of straw. But in the summer I just use the pine shavings. Easy in, easy out. And there you go. Some of this in the pile is sand. I started initially with sand, and that worked pretty good, but I didn't think it was warm enough in the winter. Oh, so the coop itself is 8 by 8. And, you know, so the run out there is equal. Chicken tractor / coop. But yeah, that's all I do. And then they free range all day. They're in here at night. I let them out early in the morning. And really, I don't know, once or twice a month I'll come in and change this out over the roost, because that's where all the manure is going to be, not really out in here, so to speak. But yeah, I'm real satisfied with this thing. Yep. And then I got that pile out there I got to contend with, but I just pull it right back here in the yard. And if it's going to rain or something, there, at least on fresh grass right there in the run, which again is 8 by 8. And you know, the idea is if you're not going to free range, which I can see why people don't, because there are a lot of predators, and I do lose about 2 to 3 hens a year. I always account for that when I buy my chicks. And but there's days, you know, if I'm gone for a weekend, I fill their feeder, their waterer, and then they're good, and then I just come back and collect the eggs when I get here. But yeah, this has worked out really, really nice. And heck, I think if you go to my A playlist, there's even the A pull in this sucker. Wasn't the initial pull, but either way. And you die-hard chicken people are going to ask, why didn't you show the nesting boxes? Well, I am now, and this is what I use. I use these mats. I get these on eBay. They're easy to clean. They don't last forever. You might get a couple years use out of them. I did have an egg eater. She's since been called every name in the book, but alive. Yeah, I wouldn't call her that. But yeah, it just, you know, they go in there and lay, and, you know, on average you're looking at 3 to 4 birds per box. I like to think 3, you know, so do the math. 4 times 3, there you go, 12 hens. And that way you're not getting them to lay over there in the far corner. Sometimes they do. They get in a habit of laying somewhere, and you got to break it, or you're never going to break them from doing it. But yeah, I just figured I'd show you. I like getting my eggs from the outside. I don't want to go in the coop and get the eggs. Well, like I said, I got quite a bit more of a pile than I thought. Video probably isn't showing it, but it's too big to leave here just in a pile. I'm not handling it again by hand, so. And there's only one option. well, that's a wrap. I think I'll hang out in here now. Chickens can have the house. Boom.